I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Oh, brilliant. Today,
My pleasure.
it's quite exciting to have you on tasting my drink.
Great, great. I'm excited to try. I did warn you, I don't like IPA at all, so the name really put me off, but you told me that it wasn't an IPA flavor profile.
No, it's not. You'll be very surprised by it, or hopefully you'll be surprised by it.
Very good.
So why do you not like IPA?
I don't know. I just like a cleaner taste, I guess. I drink my beer of choice is Guinness, so I drink stout generally. But when I drink beer, I prefer a lager. I don't like the sort of really fruity notes of an IPA.
Okay. Do you drink often? Is it every now and again, or?
I probably drink more than I should.
Some people do. So
Yeah, I'm very excited to have tried the new 0% Guinness because it tastes almost exactly like real Guinness, and I'll happily drink the alcohol-free one.
So we use the IPA in a slightly different way. So we use it as an ideal plausible alternative. So trying to redefine the meaning behind the usage of those three letters. So it's a little play on the words. So a bit of your background. You're a food writer.
Yep.
And you help brands with the messaging and that.
Yeah, I trained as a journalist, and I was a food and drink journalist and restaurant critic for 16 years. And then I've gone on to retrain as a copywriter, and my main sort of specialism is helping food and drink and hospitality brands really connect with their customers and bring them on a deliberate customer journey from sort of first time buyer through to return customer and eventually fans and ambassadors of their brand. So I do that with brand voice development and with email automations and menu development, and basically optimizing the copy at every single touch point. So labels and web copy and POS materials, delivery notes, all of the kind of writing that a customer will come across when they interact with a brand.
It's very important to get all those bits right. I've found out over the last
you found out. Yeah.
So also am I right, you've done a bit of work with Mark McCulloch?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
So is it with his podcast?
Not with the podcast, no. Well, I guess kind of related to the podcast. In the first lockdown, we worked together on a project that we called the 100-Day Playbook, which was all about helping restaurants reopen after the closure. So we essentially wrote a book together with a business and marketing plan for restaurants to reopen.
And how did that go?
Really well. Yeah, we had I can't remember how many now, but it was thousands of downloads and lots of money raised for hospitality action, so that was great. I've also worked with him on several brand voice development and branding projects for his clients. So yeah, I work with Mark quite a lot.
Brilliant. Would you like to crack the bottle open and see what you think?
Sure. Yeah.
It might be lively.
Not too lively.
Some others is all over the place and it's like, oh no.
Right, let's see. Smells good. I do like sourdough, avocado, and lime leaf, so that's a good start. I do like that.
That's good. Good start when someone says they like it. So.
I think what I really like is that it's not too sweet. So most non-alcoholic drinks that aren't beers tend to be super, super sweet.
Yes. Well, I've tried to reduce the sugar because it's trying to be that healthier version of it. So I've got enough sugar in there to help the ferment take part, but not anything that's needed.
Yeah, no, it's really nice. I think it's a good food drink. I could definitely see myself drinking this with a meal.
That's nice to hear, because you were quite skeptical because of
I
my
was
labeling.
very skeptical. Yes.
So did I convert you from probably someone who would say, no, it's not my thing, to potentially drinking it?
Yeah, I would absolutely buy this. It's funny because if I saw this bottle on the shelf, because of this IPA messaging, I definitely wouldn't pick it up if I hadn't tried it before. I know I'm in a minority and there's a big trend for IPA, so I'm probably not your target market anyway. But I guess it's something to look into, what people's feelings towards the IPA style of beer is before you sort of roll that out too much.
I'm finding it's a controversial one. It's either people get it or people don't. But the way I look at it is a hook, because Crass is not known in the UK.
Yeah,
it's a product that, if I would tell you it's a fermented drink, it's made from bread, I think I have a lot of hard work to convince you to drink. But if I used a new way of using the term IPA, if you're a drinker, I've hooked you in. So I've hooked you in, and then you either drink it and go, actually, that's very surprising, I like it, or you'll hopefully not get angry with me by using the term what you expected. But
yeah. No, I think I've even made kvass before, and I quite like it. So I would probably be drawn to kvass, but it is a tricky, it's not easy to say, and people don't understand, they don't know what it is. So I think it's definitely the right thing to go for a different name. I just think maybe with the IPA, I think a lot of people have such close associations with the style of beer, but given how trendy IPA is at the moment, I think that could be a good thing for you, that people pick it up as an alternative to that. But I'm wondering if there's the risk of putting off people like myself, and there could also be a risk of sort of disappointing people who are expecting an IPA, perhaps.
Yeah, but I guess that's a lot of education from the marketing side, from myself, to try and get that message across.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't actually, your alternative sort of wording isn't on, maybe it's on the bottle but not in large.
This is my first production run, so this is my first edition of the label. Going forward with my next few batches, we've got newer labels, because we're learning what works and what doesn't work. So it's like I can play around with now the terms and say, right, so we're going to put ideal plausible alternative under brunch IPA, so it shouts it more clearly instead of So when it comes to my branding, is there anything that stands out to you? Or
I love the bee. I think it looks great. I think the label looks fantastic. I would, if it was my business, I would probably look into changing the IPA, because I think it's misleading. But you might be too far down the line. But yeah, no,
if I would, out?
It really stands out. I would definitely pick that up on a shelf for sure.
And with like my name, is that very rememberable?
Brethren, yes, I think so.
Cool.
Definitely.
So I've been doing this quite often now with people who do live tastings for me. So I'm from a chef background. We always looked at TripAdvisor, and it's make or break on TripAdvisor as a place. So could you give me like your own version of rating it out of 5, and what would be your headline if you were reviewing it on TripAdvisor?
Right. Headline, probably finally a non-alcoholic drink that's not too sweet. And the review would probably be something like interesting enough to stand out from water, but not so sweet it will spoil your meal. Clean, refreshing taste with interesting notes. I can't actually pick out the actual flavor profile. I get the lime leaf a little bit.
So you should get like an aniseedy licorice taste coming through, very subtle, which is from the avocado leaves.
Okay.
So you should get that aniseedy. Do you? Or
I do get a little bit. Yeah, that is probably why I like it. Like I'm getting almost like a Thai basil kind of flavor to it.
And then the lime leaves gives it that citrusy notes and like a floral undertone.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people say is similar to elderflower, although there's no elderflower in the drink. But it gives you that floral.
I can see the similarity. Like I love the flavor of elderflower. I make elderflower vinegar, for example, but I find most elderflower cordials really, really sweet. So it's nice to have an alternative that I feel like, I think the main thing with this is that I would quite happily sit down and eat a sort of delicate fish dish, for example, or sushi. All of those kind of clean flavored dishes that get overpowered by a sweeter drink, this would go really well with.
So like a palate cleanser.
Yeah, in the same way that you would have like a nice crisp wine, this would go really well with food.
Cool.
Yeah, I like it. Well done.
Thank you for that.
Where are you selling at the moment? Just on your own website, or?
I'm in 8 to 10 places at the moment. 5 in London, 5 in Norwich, and we're just testing out a few little things. I've got hopefully some big news around the corner. Hopefully we're at a couple of trade shows coming up later this year, and on our website as well. So just tested a few different parts of it here and there.
Oh, cool. Do you know Lisa Pickles?
Yes, she's tasting next week.
Oh, cool. Because she helps businesses like yours up in those neck of the woods.
So it'd be interesting to see what I'm doing with this type of thing is trying to get loads of people who are from all different categories of the industry. So branding, marketing, sales, running their own businesses, just seeing what everyone thinks of the product. Just I find it a new way of reviewing, so it gives me credibility. Even if it's good, bad or ugly, I can revert to these videos on YouTube and say, just go and see what this person says, and it might relate to what you think. Or if you've got a question on my one, it might pop up. Like you might go ask me a question, and then I might go, oh, actually, I need to think about answering that in a way. So it's like fine tuning the brand as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Brilliant.
So have you got anything in up and coming?
What do you mean?
Work-wise, any interesting projects? Or
Yeah, I'm working with Caravan restaurants at the moment on their brand voice and some new menus for them. So that's a big thing. I'm working with.
Yes, I saw you did a LinkedIn post about you were Celebrate Black.
Oh yes, yeah, that was fun. That was really fun. I'm working on a new restaurant launch in Brighton, which is going to be super exciting. I'm working with Pizza Pilgrims, Hawksmoor. Yeah, lots of fun stuff going on at the moment.
Cool. Thank you very much for today. It's been a pleasure.
I enjoyed it.
Yes, thank God for that.
I shall share it as well with my friend Toto, who's recently gone sober. I'm sure he'll like it as well.
Yeah. Have you tried many low alcohol or no alcohol drinks? Is it something you've been testing out?
Yeah, we have an amazing, I live in Whitstable down in Kent, and we have an amazing off license called the Offie. It's down on the high street in Whitstable. And one of the guys that works there is really, really interested in the no and low category. So he's curated an entire fridge of no and low drinks. So we've been working our way through that, tasting different things every weekend.
And also you said you're launching a restaurant in Brighton. I think the Club Soda's doing a mindful drinking one in Brighton in a couple of months' time, I think, in July.
Oh, cool.
So that'd be a great one if you're interested in trying all different ones.
Yeah, I went to, I can't remember what it was called, but at the Truman Brewery in Brick Lane, there was a big no and low alcoholic trade fair.
Yeah.
Quite soon after the second lockdown. It was in September, I think. Tried lots of different things there.
It's a real growing market, so it's very exciting seeing all the different ones. So yeah,
absolutely. And because I work with menus and drinks lists, it's nice to be able to recommend things to clients to put more interesting things. You know, I think so many people are trying to, if not sort of stop drinking, but to drink less. And in hospitality, it's been slower to come out than it has in retail, I think. So it's nice to see that people are starting to pick up and get interested about the type of thing that they can offer.
So you just said you work with menus. What do you think recommended retail price should be on this product? On menus, like drink menus
in a restaurant?
Yeah.
I would pitch it slightly above your sort of average soft drink. So everybody has different margins, but if you were selling Coca-Cola for $3.50, I would probably place this around sort of $4.50 or upwards to $5. But it completely depends. You know, some people have much higher list price, and quite often a really good non-alcoholic beer is not actually cheaper than the rest of the beers on the menu.
And do you think that this product will keep be as valued on that menu as, say, your Heineken 0.0 or Beck's Blue?
I think it comes down to education. So if the teams get behind it, I think whenever you introduce a completely new drink or a new category in a hospitality environment, the training that goes with that is really key. So if you're looking to sort of expand into the hospitality market, I would think about how can you go in and offer free training for the people that end up listing your product, so that you can get the teams excited about it, make sure that they've tasted it, think about what things on the menu it really goes with, so that they can offer tasting advice and matching advice. So in much the same way that I would trust a sommelier to guide me towards the best wine to go with whatever dishes I've selected, if you're a non-drinker, it's very exciting to come across a team that's as knowledgeable around the non-alcoholic selection and who can actually offer great insights, because obviously as this category grows, people are going to have more choice, And if all you get is a list on the menu where it says, oh, here's a kvass and here's a kombucha and here's a flavored soda water, how do you decide which one goes with what without any guidance? So I think I would absolutely try something like this. If a member of the team told me, look, this is a really delicate drink, it has notes of aniseed and lime leaf, it's a very subtle flavor, it won't overwhelm what you've just ordered, so if you're going to have this plate of sushi, this drink will go really well with that. And I'd be really excited about that. And also having that reassurance that this is not another sweet drink, which is what you usually get.
That's very valuable. Yeah. Should have thought about that, because being the chef is like one of the first things. But yeah,
it could be a really strong marketing angle for you. I think the whole sort of, also because of your chef background, you could even say, I've specifically developed a drink that will match well with food. And when you go to tastings, you should almost bring, like, I don't know, like a smoked salmon blini or something, so that people can try it with food and see that it really complements flavors.
Very good idea. Cool. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Pleasure. Have a great evening.
To meet you.
And hopefully we go forward.
Exciting. Great.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Have a great evening. Bye.
You too.